This is a First Alert Weather Special Report.
Good evening at 5:20. I'm meteorologist Vanessa Murdoch here with you tonight because we have a couple of brush fires burning in the region, and our current conditions lend themselves to more, not just starting, right, because you need that ignition, but really spreading rapidly. The conditions are dry and breezy. We have 42 degrees with winds out of the northwest at 24, but occasionally gusts are nearing the 40-mile-per-hour mark. We're not under a red flag warning, but there is an elevated fire risk through tomorrow. And yes, we will indeed persist with low relative humidity and gusty winds through the day tomorrow. Current relative humidity down to 27% in the city. Babylon as well. Biggest issue right now, fire is on the east end of the island from West Hampton PD. I'll provide details momentarily, but you can see across the board, relative humidity 32% generally or less. Meanwhile, winds are gusting to 38 in White Plains, 36 out in the Hamptons. We have now a 43-mile-per-hour gust in Greenwich. As we look at the active fires in our region right now, we're aware of two. The first one, the one that is creating more challenges, is on the east end of the island. Again, West Hampton PD reporting this particular fire along Sunrise Highway, which is actually closing east of exit 62. The highway closed east of exit 62 because of multiple brush fires burning in the vicinity. And in about 9 minutes from now, West Hampton PD is planning on a press conference to provide updates on this. And certainly at 6 o'clock, CBS News New York will provide you with any information we receive. A little bit closer to the city in Brooklyn, I'm talking about closer to Manhattan, in Garrettson Beach, Brooklyn, this difficult to access fire was cleared according to FDNY at 4:05. The FDNY is investigating this current fire that, as the details align, looks like they have cleared the scene. But certainly, as we make our way through the next 24 hours or so, we're going to continue to see this kind of activity sparking. The winds will be a factor. Here a look at our future wind gusts through the overnight hours. Not quite as impressive as they have been today, but then tomorrow, after winds, a little bit on the breezy side to kick things off, by the afternoon we're back to experiencing winds gusting to nearly 40 miles per hour. Meanwhile, relative humidity will remain low. Here's how we see the fire risk playing out over the next 3 days. Tomorrow, under bright skies and a high of 50, minimal chance for a passing shower tomorrow. There is a medium risk of fire. Again, just like today, there is that risk. Tomorrow into Monday, we do see the risk dropping off a bit. Monday's going to be stellar, 59 and sunshine. The reason we see a lower risk on Monday is the winds will be more subdued, even though relative humidities will stay on the lower end of the spectrum. Similar story on Tuesday, low risk, 63 degrees with sun. But again, tonight, tomorrow, that risk for fire remains elevated. We'll provide any new information for you tonight on CBS News New York at 6 and, of course, at 11. But for now, please just know that we should be very mindful of any sort of igniting that could happen out there, whether it be sparks from a car or a train. So please, don't start any fires because they will spread very quickly. There's a lot of fuel out there today. We'll see you, I hope, for CBS News New York at 6 o'clock and, of course, at 11. Until then, be safe and have a great evening.
This has been a First Alert Weather Special Report.